All right, so the lab we're looking at today is the Hurricane Irma Lab. Hurricane Irma Lab. All right, so hurricanes don't just move randomly. Hurricanes have set paths that they generally take. And especially when we study the hurricanes that affect us on the East Coast of the United States, they can spot where a hurricane is forming, and then they can make a prediction of where they think it's going to be, maybe a week from now. It's not always accurate, but there seems to be a path that the hurricanes generally take. So that's what we're looking at today, and we're going to look at most specifically one certain hurricane, Hurricane Irma, which is a pretty substantial hurricane. And Hurricane Irma ravaged the Caribbean in the late summer of 2017. Starting off as a mere tropical storm, it soon turned into a Category 5 storm, causing over $77 billion of damage and was responsible for 134 deaths. All right, so in this lab, what we have is data for the first several days of the hurricane. So it has like where it was at position 1. It gives the latitude and longitude of that, the time of when that was taken. It tells you how strong the winds were in the hurricane, and it tells you what the air pressure was and how strong the hurricane is. So you can see for the first few readings here, the wind speeds are only 45, 50, 55, 60. So it wasn't even a hurricane for the first few readings, because it has to be at least 75 miles an hour to be a hurricane. But you can see that once it jumped up to 85, 100, then I'm going from like hurricane category 2 to hurricane category 3, hurricane category 4. So the stronger the wind speeds, the higher the classification hurricane over here. What it also shows you is the barometric pressure, right? Storms in general have low pressure, but the worse the storm is, typically the lower the pressure is. So you can see that when it was just a tropical storm, the air pressure was like 1,000, 4,001, but as it became a stronger and stronger hurricane, category 3, category 4, the pressure gets lower and lower for the most part. All right. Anyways, so what you're gonna have to do in this lab is you're gonna plot using the latitude and longitude data, you are going to plot the position of the hurricane and its movement on this map right here. Okay. So for each position, you're going to plot a little point to show where the hurricane was at position 1, at position 2, position 3, position 4, and so forth. And then once you plotted all the points, you can connect them with a line, and you can see the path that this particular hurricane was heading. And then with the questions and so forth, you're gonna have to figure out like how fast it was going and stuff like that. Now, one thing I happen to notice on this map is it does not have a scale on it. So the scale that we're going to use, the distance from one block or one line here to the other line there, that distance right there is about 350 miles. All right. So when you get to the question on there that asks you to measure the distances, we'll use that as a scale. So that distance right there is about 350 miles. All right. Then once you have your information plotted on the map, then you just answer the questions based on the map and based on the data table. And that is that.